As the Canadiens and St. Louis came back into Tampa, we saw plenty of action, from big goals to huge hits, and one of the oddest goals I can honestly say I have never seen anything like. So with a fun one on New Year's Eve, let's get to it. In the first, while we saw Stammer get acknowledged for becoming the player with the most games played in a Lightning uniform, it was overall a fairly stale period, with some good chances but ultimately no goals. But what the first lacked in excitement, the second more than made up for. Not 4 minutes in, Stamkos in his own end gives it up right in front of his own net, and Caulfield makes him pay as he beats Johansson 5-hole, keeping the puck low, and the Canadiens took the lead. Almost immediately after, Tampa's end again, and Cernak behind his net gets absolutely blown up by Anderson as he immediately has to answer with Glendening while Cernak stayed down. And after the scrap, as Cernak went down the tunnel, this was called a 5-minute major on the ice. But as all majors are, it was reviewed, and so let's do that. Cernak, looking back to the puck, has no clue Anderson is coming, and yeah, lays a bone-crushing hit. But a clean hit if you ask me, as it's shoulder to shoulder, and sure enough, after review, this got dropped to 2 for charging and 5 for the fight. But Tampa got 2 for instigating, 5 for fighting, and a 10-minute misconduct as Glendening would head down to the room. But that then gets us to this. 8 to go. Radish puts one on net, it's saved, and the play's dead, right? Radish thinks so, everyone does. But suddenly, not so fast, as it's in the back of the Tampa Bay net, and no one knew what just happened. Stunned, the Canadiens score a goal unlike any I have ever seen. And obviously, the Lightning were not happy about this. But let's take a closer look here, because they have only themselves to blame. In hockey, you play to the whistle, and listen for it. There is no whistle before Montembeault plays it. The key thing here is that as soon as the puck is put on net, the Tampa Bay players just assume it's about to be blown dead, but there isn't a Lightning player within 40 feet of Montembeault. The ref will not blow this dead if there are no Tampa players challenging. Montembeault actually has to play this puck or risk a delay of game penalty. So as sneaky and odd as this was, Montembeault tells Kovacevic to play it. He does, shoots this the length of the ice, and with Johansson also tricked into thinking it was dead, he's out of the net, and just a wacky play. Now, what didn't help was the arena DJ. He plays the music right away, which I think tricked everyone into thinking it was dead, but the ref never blew it dead. He did put the whistle to his mouth, yes, in anticipation of either the Tampa Bay player going to rush the net, or if Montembeault doesn't play it, to call the penalty. But he does play it, and so the ref says play on. Now, even then, would I be pissed if this happened against my team? Yeah, of course. But I don't think this one is on the ref. And while they did take a look at it, the explanation being that they went to the headsets just to inform Toronto that he did not blow the whistle and to confirm that the goal stood, which it did. And the fans understandably weren't having it, but with that said, it did seem to light a fire under Tampa, who to this point had looked a bit flat. And just 2 minutes later, Paul in to point, he's all alone and he scores. A big one on the breakaway, beats him glove side, and Tampa on the board, now within just 1. Not 3 minutes later, Watson into the net and he scores. Another wacky one, as he just softly puts this one on net. It's a knuckler and he beats Montembeault 5-hole and in what was the second strange goal of the game. But just like that, it was all squared up after 40, so we'll head over to the third and final frame, where 8 minutes in, Kucherov in to Stamkos, Dahan, he shoots and scores, breaking the tie. Calvin Dahan, glove side, and the Lightning with 3 in a row took their first lead of the game. 6 minutes later, Tampa again, Hedman shoots Cirelli to Hagel with a wide open net, and it's stopped by Montembeault with a diving save, a nice one to keep this a 1-goal game, as Hagel was not happy about it. Just moments later, Hedman again to the front, and this time they score. Nikita Kucherov on the receiving end of a great pass nets his 26th to add some insurance, and it was 4-2. And that insurance paid off, because with just 2 to go, empty net, Matheson shoots, gets down to Suzuki, and he scores a beauty. Down low with very little to go on, he roofs this one right over the shoulder of Johansson. Really nice goal, and it was now just a 1-goal game with plenty of time. time. But even with the extra man, Montreal could not get another one to go as time would eventually expire, and the Lightning, scoring 4 in a row, just narrowly take the dub 4-3 in what was an interesting game. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Happy New Year to everyone, and I will see you in the next one.